Hail Satan. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to that which we call the Racings. And I gotta pause the video because I'm watching the chat, but apparently it went live and I didn't notice. So I was hearing myself. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the Ecuadorian nightmare himself. The man who destroyed the entire Ubangi Highlands. Mago Magus.
Only the Highlands? I also cleanse the Lowlands.
No, it's where you bless the rains.
I mean, bless the rains with blood, yes, but no.
Bless the rains down in Africa in blood! That'll be a hell of a matchup. With us as well is the Silent Avenger, Martin Edmonds, producer extraordinaire. This will be the final round of the Porsche Carrera Cup Americano. We are redoing Suzuka because it was kind of a mess the first time we did anything.
It was.
I don't remember all the details. I just remember that there were details to be had. And this is the final round, so you'll never hear from us ever again, except if maybe we do other things like this. So you better subscribe,
you'll
or
hear
else.
from us. We'll be back with 3D Speed next week.
Third speed. They go so fast, no vowels.
No more GT World Tour though. That finished up. It is complete. So there is that.
Perfecto.
I also will probably be doing RGC with Charger on the channel, so keep your eyes peeled for that.
Le Charger.
If he can make some time tomorrow.
I hear he's avoiding me.
I mean, it's just that he's on a very different schedule to you.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, well, he's British.
British? Is he from Lindon?
Bloody hell.
You guys are like 8 hours apart. Like,
Yeah, so he can get up a little early. Stay up a little later.
Actually, he does stay up pretty late. So actually, that's probably how we're gonna make it work.
You guys just do commentary at 3 a.m. or what?
What was it? Last time I think we did it at like 11 my time.
Oh yeah.
So it was like 6 in the morning for him.
It's like 8 a.m. for me. It's a little early to start drinking, but I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. Hey, Zaragarunian, all up in this. The Gun Runner in chat. What up? From the Ukraine. I thought it was. I thought y'all's were all the communisms, and so it's Ukraine. Is it not? Not that. That's not how that works anymore, right?
He is the Ukrainian freight train.
Igor Ice Cold Vovchanchin represent. I miss Igor.
Everyone does.
Igor smash. Igor kick you in face. Igor knee you in brain pan.
Everyone misses the
Igor twist your limbs until you break your back and make you humble. No, it does Iron Sheik across the line. I'm sorry.
That's not Ukrainian. That's Iranian.
Ukrainian, Iranian. It's just a couple syllables off.
That's really far from being a communist, because I mean that's the Iran. I mean, it's not even we ran.
Indeed. Kind of disappointed we're not doing this particular race on the track that advertises guns, and it is all about the real cheese people.
Road American.
There you go.
Speaking of that, you're going to appreciate our next poster. Mika was toying with the idea of having cheese people truck
Real cheese people
on there, but I think because the cars were more together, he used the starting line instead. But
I'd have to consult
he
Mike
appreciated it.
I have to consult Mike here about the real cheese people, for he is a lifelong disciple of Brett Favre.
Ah, yes.
And we got RC in the chat. What up, gangster?
Ginger Bach.
The radio-controlled nightmare. Everybody's becoming nightmare today, by the way. It's a motif.
Oh, I mean, well, she's here, we need to congratulate RC for a game-winning double in today's Super Mega Baseball.
Very nice.
Which will be up on the YouTube after this, because I, don't want people's eyeballs away from this. But it will be over on the Mio Drink Gaming channel.
Can everyone confirm that the audio are good?
I can confirm that I speak very well. Whether the levels need to go up and down, I have no idea. Oh, we're getting in from Duranian. He's calling us crazy, which we are. I know, I'm teasing. Duranian's all like, we're the only ones who fight against it. I'm like, no, I know.
I mean,
Pay attention to the internet.
There are probably some other ones. I mean, there was the whole Yugoslavia versus the Iron Curtain at one point. Now we are just powerless and helpless.
I think Ukraine is trying to erect the wheat curtain.
Yes, the Ukraine is embroiled in a long-standing feud with the Russian.
Correct. Ukrainians sitting there, fighting back, doing all the good things, and they look over at Russia and go, "Why don't you cry me a river?"
Oh.
By the way, we've just been banned. We've been marked for death by Putin by having this discussion. But that's okay, because we were marked for death, I think, a couple weeks ago by China.
I mean, we're good as long as that reporter who asked him tough questions laughed, because,
yeah.
That until she's gone, I don't think anyone else has to worry. Could they have gotten a less, skilled translator for that whole interview? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they could have hired me.
Well, I know, but you're not like this guy's a professional translator. Like every second word is like, do you speak Russian or do you not speak Russian, buddy? Come on here.
No по-русски.
I've been poked.
No по-русски.
I speak a little.
I speak just as much Russian as Sean fucking Connery did.
Oh. That's not a lot.
No.
Forget which comedian did the whole Sean Connery gimmick where it's like, I'm Sean Connery playing an Egyptian, playing a Spaniard in the Highlander. I am Sean Connery playing a Russian in the Hunt for the Red October. No, I will not change my accent. You are damn lucky to have me.
I don't remember who did it either, but they are correct.
It was a whole bit on like actors who don't actually act. They're just there, and you're lucky to have them.
He was 6 feet of twisted steel and sex appeal.
Shut up.
If you haven't figured it out yet, this is a Highlander parody. Robot Chicken, which actually did get Sean Connery to lend his voice to it. That was very weird when I realized it was actually Sean Connery playing Sean Connery. You learn. I know a little Ukrainian, but it's just because my adopted stepfather, or not stepfather, step-grandfather. Pardon me, adopted grandfather. There we go. Unfortunately, had some strokes and had his vocal centers more or less mapped into a fine paste, and as a result, he needed to be able to speak English, Ukrainian, Croatian, and Serbian to get anywhere with it. It was quite challenging.
I speak literally one of those.
There was a very unique grammatical structure to any conversation. The Argentinians are coming out strong, early going, but we haven't seen the ESR big guns yet, so don't know where everyone fits at this time.
In the back. Everybody qualifies last.
You can see Andy Darnell and Scott Nick out on track right now.
Hey, we got Josiah in the chat. He says he's not looking forward to this. Is it probably because you should get good? Or is it because your entire state is on fire because your power grid went offline again?
I mean, it's probably the latter.
But it's a good thing you guys have got that whole abortion law in place.
It's a good thing you don't got no federal regulation on your power system there.
Well, I mean, they've all got guns and rattlesnakes. Just do something about it.
I mean, if they showed up to certain CEOs of the power company, they might achieve some things.
Start filling their houses with rattlesnakes.
Because, this is the problem when, you completely surrender your entire demand to, 3 companies, and yet it's still run for profit instead of, reliability.
Correct. We believe in you, Josiah. We think that you can push the gas pedal really good and then twist the roundy bit adequately, and then you'll just do fine.
Indeed. I think you will do absolutely superb here, and you'll bring it on home. Well, that's good. Yeah, certain areas of Texas apparently have been fine during all the power grid problems, but they are the exception as opposed to the rule, is my understanding. I'm open to being corrected.
Garonian is imploring us to sample the borscht. Sir, my mother has made borscht since I was a child, and I can say that it is somewhat delicious. Sometimes I'm not in the mood, but overall, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, borscht is kind of like an overall Eastern European thing, to be honest. There's a lot of... It seeps into where I'm from, where various other people are from.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the beets. The beets aren't really my thing. And one time, my mom tells a story where my dad's family is either from the Ukraine originally way back or from somewhere in Russia. Not really sure. Never really looked into it. But their whole family, my grandfather was the first one off the Hutterite colony to strike out on his own and not go back. And so there's proud, strong Hutterite traditions that go back to old country. And she got the recipe for borscht from my grandmother and didn't know that there was just a list of spices that you put in. And she didn't know one way or the other, so she just put them in the soup. Well, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to put them in a spice bag and let them do their thing, and then you pull the spice bag out. She didn't know one way or the other, and so she just put them in there. And my dad, being the good husband, ate it, crunching through I don't know how many peppercorns, I don't know how many of anything, just giving her. Apparently, it was quite the interesting. That might have been around the same time that she tried to make biscuits and forgot to put any leavening in it. And apparently, even the dog wouldn't eat that.
Feels like my uncle, when we go to a certain family member's house for dinner, and she tries to make the lady of the house tries to make apple pie. She's really bad at it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, but she is really bad at it. She's not a bad cook. The rest of the meal, perfectly fine. Get to the apple pie, it's like, oh no. My uncle always has seconds, and then on the way home, he's belly aching about it. Oh, why did I do that again? Why? Because you're a good man and you didn't want to upset her.
Correct. Extra ice cream on top, please. That's the way we do it at my house. Get you apple pie and ice cream.
So quick championship rundown here. 2 people are in the running for the title right now, one of which is the fluffy Jerome, Josiah Jerome.
Your boy!
He comes in today with 571 points to Joaquin Juan Uranus 608. One of them will emerge with the title here today. And there's a possible 100 points on the line between the 2 races. So there's a lot of mathematical equations here that could lead to Josiah being the champ. But he is behind by 37 points.
He are the champion, my friends. All I know is that Scott Nick's probably going to win this practice session and get himself a nice, cool 85 points.
Jesus Huerta actually at the top of the pile right now, which is nice to see. He's had some really good results, but hasn't really shown what I consider to be his true pace. So we'll see if that happens today. In the teams battle, ESR leads Esports Argentina by a count of 915 to 807, so 112 points. That's a lot. That's going to be hard to take back. It's going to be hard. So, probably looking at an ESR Teams Championship, but Esports Argentina taking the driver's title at the moment.
You would say that. Hey, Luciano!
Luciano Chazo, the leader of the Esports Argentina crew. And Tugas in the chat. And I have to sneeze.
Tugas Earl, toot.
I think it depends person to person, there, Sarai, as to whether they identify as American or the nationality of their parents.
Correct. Also, we're Canadian.
Canada and the United States.
We're Canadian and therefore superior because we're higher up.
I mean, like, you get people like me where, like, my parents are from completely different nationalistic backgrounds. So, like, what else am I going to call myself? Like, Canadian? Like my mom's Irish, Polish, and my dad's Yugoslavian. Like, you know, there's not really a lot of, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Polish Yugoslavians have a lot of really similar traditions and, like, cultural values and stuff, but what am I going to call myself? A Yugo-Polak? It's going to be a bit weird.
A Yug-Pol? You're Yug-Polish. My family background is probably Ukrainian or somewhere in that vicinity. We've, again, never really looked into my father's background. And then my mom's side of the family has Dutch from Van Winkle. I'm pretty sure that's Dutch. And there's also Irish and or Scottish, probably Scottish, not Irish. And who knows what. One of my mom's, my great aunt has done a bunch of genealogy and traced my mom's side of the family all the way back to Charlemagne, apparently. We're related to a shitload of European royal houses, but somehow ended up all over the place in, like, Nebraska and now Canada.
I mean, that tends to be the case. I mean, a lot of people actually can probably trace themselves back to some form of nobility. It just doesn't matter.
No, there's a lot. Like a bunch of French royal houses, a bunch of German and Italian, and I think British monarchy. And, like, it's last time I knew anything, there was a bunch.
Do we? I didn't know that we had the largest Ukrainian diaspora.
Oh yeah, I think they all live in Manitoba, which is probably where. Well, that's where my grandfather.
I mean, I knew it was big. I mean, like, you know, I live not too far away from little Ukraine. I mean,
go find you some borscht.
It would not be hard. It would not be hard at all. David Brosh in the chat. Take your Czechoslovakian thoughts elsewhere, Mr. Brosh. Jeez. We're not here to talk about, like, genealogy superiority.
I am.
I mean, you're here to talk about wherever that takes you.
Every part of my family is from a superior drinking land. I don't know what your problem is, but mine
that
is,
too. That too.
Yeah.
Irish and Eastern European. There's a lot of drinking.
No, we have a report that Maggle is quite quiet compared to myself.
Turn me up. Turn me up.
So the game and I are on par, but we need an elevation from the Maggle.
Need to do a mental lip disc that time we dragged him out of his channel. Put me back. Put me back.
don't know if Martin's here or if he went to get coffee.
I think he went to get coffee, so we'll probably have to deal with it for now, guys.
Fair enough. Mike's gonna scream his lungs out for the next 15 minutes.
Who do you think I am, Mental Liptus? Hey, 2 Mental Liptus name drops inside.
Dun dun dun. That guy was fun.
We love you. Come back. We need to know exactly how many keyboards you've destroyed since last week.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't even want to know the bill on. He used to just ruin crates of keyboards on World of Tanks. Like what kind of bill would he be looking at for race gear that he destroys?
Oh well, no, because he doesn't destroy his actual keyboards. So when we met up in Ottawa for the whole tanker meet and drink and whatever, he explained that he orders the cheapest Chinese keyboards that you've ever seen, and has just a stack of them next to his computer. And that's what he breaks. Translate
that into racing gear. Like, what's the cheapest racing gear you can afford?
It would be like destroying. It would be like destroying a Logitech G29. I guess every time that something happens.
I could do that.
It's like, I don't know, $170.
Yeah. We went full screen. Hey, Martin, we got to report that Mike is much lower in volume than myself and the game.
Indeed.
Okay.
This is the report from David Rush.
Oh, thank you, David.
So if the rest of the chat disagrees, they need to yell down David Rush. Take him down. Destroy him.
Don't do it.
I'm now at plus 3 decibels.
Let us know what the audio levels are now. Mike, say something very exciting.
I am watching Romain Barthez go through the deck.
Not very exciting at all.
This is very exciting. Romain Barthez is always exciting. I mean, it seems like we shit on him a lot of the time, but like, no, he's a very exciting driver. We wouldn't trade him for anyone. I mean, I accept that you're complimenting me, David, but at the same time, I do not subscribe to our top tier genealogy, except for drinking.
I am best genealogy.
We don't really get along. We keep destroying our own countries. Like, it's not exactly a sign of superiority.
Hashtag no beaches for Bosnia.
Hashtag indeed no beaches for Bosnia. Oh, you wanted that beachfront property? Nah, fam. That's ours. So let's see here. So we got Josiah Jerome after his belly aching. He is actually at the top of the time charts here in practice. For what that means. We got Jesus Huerta, Joaquin Juan Leo Gomez Martinez, Rene Herber, 5th place, nice. Romain Barthez, Scott Nick, Andy Darnell, Dennis Johnson, Ariel Zatoni. Bit of a weak showing so far from the ESR crew. Number one, there's appears to only be 3 of us there, or 4 of us, and mostly they're towards the back, outside of Josiah, so could indicate a coming storm of esports Argentina greatness.
I'm going to chuck up all of the crankiness from Josiah to heat exhaustion.
I did send you a list. Pedro should be there, Ariel will be there, Scott, Simeon. Confirmed out is Serge, Guido, and Richard. Dennis is going to be last minute. Josiah will be there. And Mr. Arnaud is stuck on a meeting, so he's probably not going to be able to say.
Josiah Jerome reports that he's going to wait for Joaquin Juan to post a higher superior time before, heating up his gear again, because the hot state of Texas can't afford air conditioning. You guys should just fire up the coal generators and, oh wait, you probably do that already. Here I am accusing all of this to Josiah Jerome, who's just living there, as isn't actually from Texas. Roman. That'll be my new stage name. Ramon Roman.
Roman Escalante.
I will become Esteban. Je suis le Esteban.
Indeed. There is Pedro Magalhaes out there.
Pedro.
Getting ready to put up a lap time, so it's good to see him out there. Pedro, of course, sits third in the championship. His dreams of winning the overall title are not on the table, but he does have 5 wins to his name. And had he not missed the rounds at Spa, as well as Laguna Seca, he might very well have been in the hunt here. Although, should be said, none of the people at the top of the standings have actually been at every race. In fact, has anybody? Oh, no, I have... okay, Luciano Echazo has the attendance award. He is the only man to have participated in every round of this championship. So, congratulations to him.
We have a person in chat asking how they can participate in this race. Unfortunately, this race, not participatable. This is the final round of a months-long series. But if someone were to throw links in chat to various discords where the man could potentially join up,
I'm on.
And all that good stuff,
I will provide a Discordian link.
It's already done.
Oh, there we go.
oh snap!
Martin was on his game.
Your boy admitting like a motherfucker. See, all you have to do is Mr. Irmer here. You have to become Enrique, and he could race for anybody he wants.
ESR, of course, hosts events pretty much every day at this point, actually. We've got Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday series is an ACC. We've got Raceroom on Saturdays. We've got, I believe it's R Factor on Thursdays. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Martin.
Martin doesn't know. Okay.
So I think we have R Factor on Thursdays currently.
Yes.
He's listing it in the chat.
Like a motherfucker.
Hey, this is a new feeling for us. We have more likes than we have viewers. That's nice. Oh, someone joined in.
Equal
Now it's
Very nice.
parody.
All the appreciated likes and subscribes we can harvest are good. The hell team name is that?
KK Wet T A
Is
Morica?
that like a KYTT from like the director?
I feel this is what we call the face roll team name, where you just face planted on the keyboard. What got pressed got pressed.
Timoreca.
Oh, it's Bertrand Barrier. He's been in ESR before.
Oh hell yeah. Le Berton.
We have had the pleasure of commentating on his performance in the past.
He is on our Discord. Bertrand, tu peux pas joindre cette course. Pas cette
I
fois.
agree.
Trop tard.
You agree as long as it's not legally binding.
Correct. As long as we're talking about food. Somebody, speaking of food and French, somebody in another Discord I take part in has been on keto for a couple months, and he just dropped down below 300 pounds. So
nice.
Congratulations out to, not the one true Kyle, but another Kyle, who he'll never hear this. But his plan for a celebration on Saturday is to go to the local poutine/donair place and grab one of each.
Fair enough.
Which I applaud.
I've also been doing the keto diet, and it's been kind of at a roadblock right now, but will at some point plow through.
I'm just gonna eat 15 kilograms of eggs.
That's kind of my problem. Is like I only really like scrambled eggs. Like, I don't really like eggs any other way, and it's like there's only so many times you get scrambled eggs before you're like, Oh man,
You know what I like?
I don't really want these.
You know what I like is you chop up some bacon and then fry it up in the pan.
I mean, you had me at
And you
that
put
point.
You put you scoop the bacon out, and then you leave the fat, and then I like to do eggs over hard. Scrambled also I like, but over hard in the bacon grease, and you take those out and you plonk them on top of the bacon, and then you take 2 pieces of bread and you fry them up in whatever's left, and if there's not enough left of bacon grease, you add a little butter, and you fry those sons of bitches up, and then you have yourself an egg and bacon, like an entire fried sandwich. Don't do that a lot. It's not good for you.
No, not good.
But goddamn, is it tasty? Maybe some fresh onion on top. A little fresh onion, a little shot of Tabasco.
Anything involving onion is a win.
Yeah, boy.
So I'm having a bachelor's supper right now. That's why I had to leave.
Nice.
Earlier, guys. And it consists of peanut butter toast and jam and a coffee.
Nice.
You know, extra basic.
I put peanut butter and jam sandwiches in my sandwich press, just to have a hot, toasty peanut butter jam sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh boys, that changes the game, right? That's a whole other experience.
So like
mine was a protein bar and protein shake. So I mean, I'm not exactly ahead of you.
I'm having whiskey.
is it like a panini maker type thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
It doesn't have like the compartments. It's just like a press.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can. The trick is, don't put the ingredients too close to the edge of the bread, because it will squeeze out.
Yeah.
And if you want to clean up hot, bubbly peanut butter and jam off your sandwich press, be my guest. Do what you want. I'm not going to stop you, but I wouldn't recommend it. Cheese, on the other hand, overlap that shit. Let that griddle up on the hot press, and you'd be happy with it.
Dave Brosh giving us his breakfast plans.
Coffee and vodka shot with a... What does that say? Oh, Siggy. Alright. Is that all in one glass? Stir it. You stir it with a cigarette?
Yeah, stir it with a cigarette, and there you go.
One of the my favorite books in the world is Cryptonomicon by Neil Stephenson, and there's a whole section where one of the characters who's been all over this section of the story is taking place during World War II, and he's gone all over the Pacific and caught probably malaria and also got addicted to morphine, and he's not right at all anymore, if he ever was. And after some dumb shenanigans, he ended up going on the some ill-fated journey to crash into Norway on purpose to intentionally lose the code books, so it looks like the Germans were able to capture these, and then they could just feed them misinformation via these quote broken codes, right? And then he just ends up, over a period of time and a bunch of hilarious shenanigans, ends up in Finland. And so there's a whole passage of the book about him in Finland. And it's very entertaining, because everybody is very depressed all of the time because they're in Finland, I guess. So it's in World War II, so they're caught between the Germans and the Russians. And no one's coming to help them. And it's very, very sardonic and entertaining. Would recommend.
Well, by the way, we have a late entry. Valentin Crozo has climbed up with Tugas for this race. He was added to the team.
That's good.
All right, let's pick a driver here. I guess Josiah, since he's finishing.
That would make sense.
We're just talking about Finland.
So here we go with Josiah Jerome on his way down to turn 1 of Suzuka. Very difficult double turn here. And then we head into the S's, which This is like a no overtake zone unless somebody messes up, but it is very challenging. You can make up a lot of ground here. Car will slide a lot laterally on you if you're not careful. Need to modulate the throttle very closely. Lose as little speed as possible and get through this whole section. Then this is the Dunlop curve, which is fairly simple. You just pedal to the metal almost. Then we're into the double Degners. Degner 1. Degner 2. You want to use as much curb as the car can take here. And we head into the hairpin. I love the fact that this is just called the hairpin. I feel like the Japanese are very effective on that. Very difficult turn, very good overtaking opportunity. And then we have the run up to Spoon here through 200R. And now Spoon is, oh, Josiah, you abandoned the lap, you dick. All right, Joaquin Juan-Urena. Nope. Ariel's Tony. Leo Gomez Martinez. This is coming out of the S's into Dunlop curve. This is good. This is good, Martin. He's like a turn behind where we were. We're fine. We're fine. Through the Degners, which you already saw. And then up to the hairpin. A little bit deep there from Leo Gomez Martinez. He doesn't want to do that in the race because you will get overtaken there. Someone will take a sniff up the inside. And like we were saying, run up to Spoon curve here. This is just a full throttle section. I'm a little surprised there is a slowdown. Brake down to third gear. And then brake down into second gear or stay in third, depending on the car. Around the second part of Spoon. They do love their two-part corners here in Suzuka. You got the Degners and then you got Spoon as well as turn 1. Then we head into the ever-exciting brake turn known as 130R. There we go. Basically as full throttle as you can make it. And then into the Casio Triangle. I'm not really sure why it's called a triangle. I assume at some point it was more triangle-ish. And then to the last curve, which is a solid name for a final turn. And that is a lap of Suzuka. We're looking at probably somewhere around like 205, maybe 204 as the ultimate pace here today.
I believe the ultimate goal is to have a 2-second lap.
I mean, that would not really be possible.
You say that, but that leads me to believe you're just not driving fast enough.
So Josiah Jerome right now has the top position, but only about half the cars have gotten a lap in, so I can't really comment. And notably missing from that time board is Joaquin Juan-Urena.
17 on the server.
Speaking about Joaquin on Sunshine?
Indeed. Making his way through the S's.
Whoa!
I do love this track at night because the Ferris wheel that you see, that you probably saw off to the right-hand side there, gets all kind of like freakish light show-ish in the night. So it's always fun. Of course, this track is also home to a amusement park, and it is also one of the few tracks that actually doubles under itself. You saw it going under the bridge there. And we'll see the overbridge part in a couple of turns. Juan-Urena looks like he's really fighting the car. A lot of snap in that wheel. Could be a problem.
It's probably because of all the hamsters that are up in the gearbox.
The Spoon curve. He can. Looks like he's really fighting with that wheel. That's going to cost him time in scrub tires.
If we hit any long periods of breaks in the action, I'll provide Martin with the recipe for the ultimate batch.
We just went over top of the track there. That's where the overpass is. He's got a good lap going here despite all the fighting with the wheel. Only 2/10, only plus 2/10. And he is in the driver's seat from a championship standpoint because Josiah Jerome needs people to beat him in order to take the title. And Juan Urena comes across the line in second place.
Very nice. I think he's got to just want it more than the other guy.
And I think the problem for Jerome title picture-wise is that there are no other ESR guys poking around the top 5. It's him and then 3 straight members of Esports Racing Argentina who are probably going to work as a team to just let Juan Urena trail him, one would think. Not that there's been like a tremendous amount of team orders in this whole event, but it is a community-based event. And one would think that they're going to try to help their fastest driver achieve his dreams and become Beefcake.
Beefcake!
Beefcake!
You can achieve your goals. I am the embodiment of the truth.
Although I do seem to recall Jesus Huerta really ignoring team orders last race. So maybe he will be the one to buck the trend. Come on, ESR boys. Our next highest one is just Dennis Johnson in 7th place. This is not a strong outing from ESR right now. Joaquin getting a draft from one of his teammates right now as they head towards the end of the lap here. The Esports Argentina guys using largely white and blue liveries. I think Jesus Huerta was the only exception last time out. Hopefully he has corrected that. But I don't recall what livery he's running. And Joaquin Juan Urena comes across the line. 2 purple sectors and pole is achieved. 2 tenths up on Josiah Jerome.
Ding!
Across the line, Pedro Magalash. Pedro looking a little off pace.
Michael, I
gotta
say, your lack of mathematical skills really were on display on that last goal.
What?
Well, I mean, are you not able to reduce fractions, sir?
Yes.
He was 1/5 off.
Ah. Racing usually just goes with tenths.
Yeah, but that's not funny.
True enough. Mauricio Delgado in the chat.
Mauricio! It's Mauricio from Barcelona.
He's from Chile.
Correct. But it's funnier if I say it the other way.
I'm just saying, he might take offense.
Mauricio El Gaucho Delgado.
Dennis Johnson's got himself a bit of a better run going here. Looking to improve on the 8th place. Coming across the line, and will he do it? Let's find out. Slight improvement up into 5th place. About 1.7 off of pole position. Big spread in today's field. Really seems like it's Juan Urena and Jerome at the front, and you got Huerta and Magalash battling for 3rd place, and then a big drop off about 0.8 of a second back to Johnson. So maybe not the tightest packed field here today, but we'll see about consistency and what that can bring.
All right, Mauricio, I'm going to give you a choice. Your nickname can either be El Gaucho or El Puma Grande. Actually, I don't know if they call them anything different in South America. I think it's Puma.
I believe it's Puma, but you could be wrong.
Mountain Lion, North American, Hellcat from Deathland.
Mm-hmm.
AKA
That thing.
AKA the Yama Annihilator. AKA Alpaca Doom. AKA the Juanaca. I should have something for this. Come on. The Juanaca Whipper. What? Martin, I have no idea what you
Rene
just typed in
Ermer
there.
moving up into 7th place.
It means the grouchy.
The Grouchy. No, that's not Gaucho and Grouchy, not the same thing. Gaucho's cowboy.
Octavio Terrabarelli. Looks like he's got a pretty decent lap going here. Let's see if he can move up.
Oh, I like some Octavio Talabarelli with a little
Moves
Parmesan
into
on top.
Moves into 9th place, displacing Skotnik. Leo Gomez Martinez. Had a pretty decent first sector. Let's see what he can do in the second sector here. Really, the second sector is this lap. You can see that it ends at like basically 130R. Ooh, very good. He's within a second of pole position. He's going to be moving up, I think, into the top 5 easily here, unless he messes up through Casio Triangle or the last curve. He's got a very respectable lap going on here. And comes across the line. What is it? It is 5th place. 1.2 off pole position.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're getting that whole like different gaps on different spots. Apparently it was only 1 second, but bear with us. Rene Ermer. Pretty reasonable first sector. Let's see what he is at the second sector here before we make a call. Not bad. Might be able to move up. Might be able to threaten Dennis Johnson's 6th place. I do like that camera view through Casio Triangle. Very nice. And Ermer to the line. And he does pick up 6th place. The new man on the block for Tugas Racing, Valentin Croissant. No lap time
Croissant.
yet. I believe that would be Croissant, wouldn't it?
I was going to say Crusoe. Looks
Crusoe.
like it should be me.
Crusoe, pardon me.
You racist.
My complete lack of respect for the French people coming through.
Well, I mean, they put too many letters in your stuff. It's fine.
I mean, I do like French names. They do a lot of interesting stuff with stuff.
Like Lemieux.
Lemieux is an interesting name. I like it. It's amusing. Racine, also a good last name.
Lemieux.
I get people misspelling my name very occasionally, not very often, but they will misspell my name so that it looks like Martin Biron. Not that often. But it does happen. Le Biron.
The Quebecois do produce a abnormally large number of very, very good goalies.
Well, there's nothing to do but go fishing in Quebec and drinking with the D-Gens and upcountry or goalie.
I think back in the 1990s, there was like a season where over half the league had French starting goalies.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the norm. If it's not the Europeans, it's the Quebecers.
With, of course, you've got Patrick Waugh, Martin Brodeur.
Nice one, Cole.
I do like that. Well played, Cole. Well played.
All right. Well, it looks like it will be championship leader. Oh boy. Ooh. little thing in my throat there. Joaquin Juan-Urena on pole from Josiah Jerome, Jesus Huerta, Pedro Magalash, Leo Gomez Martinez, Rene Arma, Dennis Johnson, Ariel Zatoni. Zatoni back in 8th place. Bit weird. Then it's Roman Barthez, Octavio Tarabarelli, Scott Nick, Andy Darnell, and Henrik Ermer. And a couple of people did not get lap times in here at Suzuka.
4.
Are you telling me we can't have Tarabarelli going around Tamburello?
Well, yeah, he was at Imola.
He got immolated?
Let's see. Just out of curiosity, how did Octavio do at Imola? There are the Imola results. Where is Octavio? There he is. He had a podium. He had a 3rd and a 2nd place at Imola, actually. It was his best results of the season.
I remember making the joke several times. I just don't remember anything else. I honestly could not tell you until you said Imola. No idea. I know that Tamburello was a corner. That's all I could name.
I think you could probably name a couple other Imola corners, to be honest. They're all very pasta-based.
Oh, yeah. Well, I make that joke. I know I make that joke every time we do commentary on that track. I just can't remember what track is what. I have race Lexia.
Race Lexia, where all corners become the same thing.
Correct. I have a very sexy learning disability. Michael, tell them what it is.
Sex Lexia.
Correct.
It handles like a bistro, but it has the horsepower of a porterhouse. I had a friend that we literally would quote every Zap Brannigan line to each other by the end of, like, we didn't see each other much because he lived a couple of cities away, but when he came around, it's like, well, I've never been so happy to be beaten up by a woman. I'm like, oh, we're doing this again. It's always great at LAN parties because, we'd be playing like, AOE or something, Age of Empire. Be like, I have a plan for victory. Send waves and waves of my own men in. The game has a preset kill count.
Kif, have the boy lay out my formal shorts.
The boy, sir.
You, Kif, you are the boy.
Kif, tell the man I had sex with a woman.
Kif, give this man the most demeaning job we have. Your assistant, sir. Wrong! Your assistant! Stop blowing up, you cowards! Next Sunday series, Restaurant Racing. Suggested from Paul.
Hell yeah. Restaurant nightmares. You fucking donkey!
I mean, Gordon Ramsay can make pretty much anything work. That's for real.
It's just gonna be me yelling into a microphone, watching anybody be like 2 degrees off where they should be on the apex of a corner. You fucking donkey! You've overcooked this quarter so much! Blah 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 blah.
You call that a hairpin?
You've taken that pit stop so long, the Americans are invading looking for your oil!
This toolkit is a disgrace!
Alright, well, if Mauricio's not going to pick a nickname, I'm going to hereby christen him as El Puma Grande.
I was gonna say definitely Puma Grande was the answer.
It was either that or El Chupanibre.
Warm-up session here. Everyone getting their fuel loads. Any last-second adjustments to the car. Getting ready for the big race.
The big race, TM.
So the breakdown basically is that you have ESR in the red, white, and black liveries. The blue and white belong to Esports Argentina, and the Castro livery cars that you see before you here are the Tugas crew. Chupacabra. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, here we go. Championship protagonists are on the front row for race 1 here in Suzuka. Which is technically kind of race 3 in Suzuka because this is a redo round, but we're starting fresh. Looks like Huerta has brought the black and gold liveried car once again.
Yar. Gerardo is in chat.
So he is representing Esports Argentina despite the non-team friendly livery. But we'll be kicking it here shortly. -degree air temperature, 28-degree track temperature. We are looking at a sunny and dry race with apparently no wind, which is a bit interesting. Here we go. 17 drivers, including 4 that did not put up a qualifying time, and we are off here at Suzuka. Josiah Jerome getting a better jump than Joaquin Juan Urain at the front of the grid. Juan Urain is shuffling him to the inside of turn 1. And will retain the lead despite... Oh, no, Josiah!
Oh boy.
Nice
Oh boy.
recovery. Nice recovery.
Oh boy.
That got a bit testy. Magalash got the jump on Huerta and is up into 3rd position.
Testes. 1, 2, 3.
Looks like Huerta's also dropped behind Leo Gomez Martinez. So a bad start for the Peruvian driver. Simeon Naku, maybe with the start of the race, started dead last. He is up to 14th place.
Good big cheers in chat from Cole McRae, from Scott and Dennis. Which means he's hedging his bets with a flip-flopper.
Well, you just got to respond. You got to bring all the ESR glory, and I mean, he is cheering for the Americans.
Wow. Racism.
Magalash gets a little bit wide through the hairpin there, and that lets Leo Gomez Martinez up into 3rd position. We talked a lot about the Drivers' Championship, but of course the team battle is still going on between ESR and Esports Argentina, although Argentina does need a very, very big day if they want to wrest the team crown away from the ESR group.
All right, my Argentinian lads, here's the deal. Put him in the wall.
Ooh, somebody off the track there. That is either Roman Barthez or Octavio Tarabarelli. It is Roman. Never a dull day when we get Roman Barthez on track.
That is a euphemism I will support.
On board with Josiah Jerome through the Casio chicane, still in 2nd place. Looking to get around his championship rival, the championship leader, Joaquin Juan Urain. And he needs some help. He needs somebody else to be able to beat Juan Urain. So this is a big race, but race number 2 is going to be the even bigger one, I think. When the reverse grid kicks in, he needs some favors. Jesus Huerta.
A perverse grid?
Reverse, not perverse.
No, I'm not interested now.
Dennis Johnson and Rene Ermer scrapping over 6th place as Jesus Huerta looks to make up lost ground. He started this race in 3rd and has dropped to 5th place. Pedro Magalash holding the inside line, which becomes the outside line in the S's. I have been just proven wrong. I said we weren't going to see a lot of overtakes in the S's, if any. We just got one. Jesus Huerta showing you how to just absolutely defy track convention and make it happen. As he follows Leo Gomez Martinez into the Degners and then on the run to the hairpin.
That was a pretty quick synopsis.
Josiah Jerome still looking for a way past. He will have 9 more laps to get the job done. Ariel Zattoni going side by side with Rene Ermer. Ermer hangs on for now. Ermer has been a driver that admittedly I've been unable to get my head around. He has moments of very, very solid driving where he looks like he's a top drawer driver. And then he seems to crumble towards the end of the race. I'm wondering if maybe there's some kind of physical ailment that he's dealing with. If so, I can relate.
All I know is that Scott Nick has been 5-5. Credits another morality killer.
Yep. Scott Nick down in 11th place right now, having lost out to Luciano Ichazo. Ichazo, by the way, did not put up a qualifying lap, but is running in the top 10, so he's had an excellent start to this race. Either that or he is gouged a track cut like you wouldn't believe. This is the other option. Jesus Huerta looking for a move on Leo Gomez Martinez. Jesus Huerta clearly has never gotten the memo about team orders, I must say. He never seems to be obeying them. As he finds the move into 3rd place, somebody off the track there. That is Luciano Ichazo. Pretty big track cut there. Retains position ahead of Scott Nick, but we don't know how he left the track, so I'm not going to pass any kind of judgment.
I will judge him, and he is guilty of being very attractive.
Possible. Scott Nick looking down the inside into Dunlop curve, and Ichazo really kind of got very wide there, and in fact may end up losing out to Romain Barthez as well.
Oh, was it?
That was Ichazo. Yeah, Barthez has got the black and blue.
As I understand it, the folks in the blue cars, they're horrible and should be tracked down like war criminals, yes?
Are you saying that their family trees may only go back to, say, the 1940s?
I didn't say that out loud.
Team order.
Dennis Johnson overtaking Pedro Magalhães. Magalhães is falling back. Not a good sign for the Brazilian. Josiah Jerome is all over Joaquin Juanarena. He needs to find a way past to keep his championship hopes alive. I mean, I believe mathematically he's still in it at this point, even if he finishes in 2nd, but he's going to need a hell of a race too. And he's going to need Juanarena to just not deliver. Juanarena going defensive into turn 1.
Oh, over the wall.
And he holds the line for now, but the opening is there in turn 2. Josiah stays out of it, but does give him a little bit of a love tap as they head into the S's.
How many S's?
Big crash.
Big crash for one of the ESR cars off in the gravel trap. It was like it was Simeon Naku. Possibly also involving Tara Borelli, as I see he has dropped quite a ways back as well.
Seems to have been kind of a rough go through this series for Simeon.
Simeon's had a rough time. I think the car probably doesn't suit him tremendously well. I, of course, have raced with Simeon a lot in the ACC series, 3D Speed being first and foremost of those. And I've always thought that he enjoys a very stable car, and the rear-ending style of the Porsches does not really lend itself to that. It's more of a manhandling car. I don't really think that is his thing.
Well, I can actually like you in this behind the scene thing. He's been unable to do it in practice. He's basically showing up and racing.
Well, he did that before. He does that in other series too, and it's not usually this bad. I just think
tricky.
I just think that
Very
when it
true.
comes down to it, Simeon is the kind of guy who really wants that super confident feel of the car, which really comes from a front-engined or a stable mid-engine car, and that's just not what the Porsche does. The Porsche is very much its own thing, very much its own challenge. And if you don't have the time to put in, and you don't have the natural feel for it, it's an uphill battle. But some people have the natural feel for it. I remember when I introduced my cousin when he was over from Yugoslavia, what is now Slovenia, and I was showing him ACC, and he actually did that. Endurance race with ESR, or not endurance race, but one of the Sunday races with ESR. He picked the Porsche, and it was legitimately the car that he seemed to be the strongest with and the most comfortable with, which was very weird. Because you don't usually expect someone with a limited sim racing background to pick up the car like that, but he did. So there's just a natural knack to it that some people possess.
That's because he's stolen 72,000 Miatas in his lifetime.
Ricardo Costa is cruising around with some significant damage. Octavio Taraborelli, I think, is in the pit lane as well. He's dropped very far back. Yep, he is done. So no points for Octavio here in race number 1, and he will start last in race number 2. Uphill battle, to say the least. Simeon Naku, speaking of last place starters, he started last here today. On the tail of Barthez, Ichazo, Nick, and Andy Darnell. 9th place back to 13. Ricardo Costa off the track again. Shout out to Ricardo Costa. The results haven't been great, but he has been dogged in his attendance and his pursuit of anything he can get his hands on. Luciano Ichazo back into the top 10, and that is important because that is a team scoring position. 11th place, which is held by Scott Nick, does not score for the team. So come on, Scott.
Come on, feel the Scott. Girls. Something.
There was no real gap there, Scott. That was a little bit porky pie, and he may lose a spot to Roman Barthez as a result. 3 wide into 130R. Gentlemen, you may want to rethink this.
Valentine Cruise Control, you have been fined 1 credit due to the morality code.
And that is 11th place for Roman Barthez, getting past Scott Nick.
Hey, I'm getting cheers for singing. Nice. Thank you, Gerardo. I have to come up with some, come on, feel the squad. Girls, Papa Squat? No, that's not nice. That's probably, well, I mean, that's...
I mean, it works.
It's definitely memorable, but I don't know if that's where we want to go with that one.
If you're gonna stew anyone, look at the commentary name.
Yeah, there you go. I'm the one on the left.
Don't lie to me.
Don't lie to you, lie to them.
Don't lie to the people. Don't give me credit for your genius.
We go on the Ferris wheel I see in the background? That'd be fun. Is there a Ferris wheel cam? That would be the best.
There is. They did it at one. They have done it in some Formula 1 races where they do actually stick a guy with a camera on the Ferris wheel.
That's awesome.
Just to show the Ferris wheel. It's kind of weird.
No, I want to be like on the Ferris wheel, filming out on the race.
No. Well, he wasn't filming the race because there's no real line of sight. But it's just like,
and I can see it.
And we're on the Ferris wheel.
No, I want them to film exclusively from the Ferris wheel.
Oh, Roman Barthez has got 2 hungry and angry ESR drivers on his tail, Simeon Naku and Scott Nick. This could be interesting. Luciano Ichazo on the tail of Andy Darnell. Darnell's having a pretty solid day up in 9th place. Kudos to him. He's shown some flashes of real promise, and it's come together in a full race here. Inside goes Naku, 130R. A lot of people trying overtakes at 130R. You don't usually see this many. But the battle is on. Chazo tucked up underneath the wing of Andy Darnell. Moves to the inside of turn 1. Does he overcook it? He does overcook it a bit. And Darnell retains the spot. In fact, someone else might come flying through here. Nope. Has enough of a gap back to Roman Barthez to rejoin.
I think Luciano needs to start hitting the NOS button.
I feel like only people who have not raced against Luciano Chazo think that he needs to hit the NOS button. He is on the ragged edge at all times.
Yeah! Insert Psycho White playing Push It, Push It. Or push him, I guess.
Back at the front, Josiah Jerome still trying to track down. Well, not really track down because he's never really lost him, but trying to find a way past Juan Urena. About a half second apart here with 4 laps to go.
Is that the new mixed martial arts movie, Never Track Down?
Never track down. Never surrender.
Incident watch. Who do you think has the most incident?
I'm going to go with Josiah Jerome.
I'm going to go with Simeon, actually. It looked like he's been in the wars a little bit. Or Ricardo Costa.
Yeah, Costa 24 and Luciano 21. Apart from that, Scott's at 18. That's pretty high.
Well, I mean, Scott's usually pretty high.
I think Scott's been in close contact with a car pretty much all race, so there's probably been a little bit of bumping, and that's going to build up incident points very quick. Oh,
whoa! What?
Leo Gomez Martinez, a little bit of lag issue. We'll have to keep an eye on his car to see if it can make it to the end of the race.
I don't know about that. Even I can recognize damage on that one.
Well, the thing is that when you lag off like that, I think that it's the server has registered a hit to the front of the car, but his car probably actually hasn't gotten it. So it probably doesn't actually. It's like when Vanger was driving with 0 wheels on the car. Not actually possible in the game, but
the man finished the race on 1 tire. I saw it. I saw it.
Naku getting past Roman Barthez.
Simeon's pass. Oh,
Scott Nick! Barthez kind of let him have that one. He didn't defend at all. That's weird. Roman Barthez not defending a position. I think we've seen it all now.
He's probably all hopped up on the Quaaludes.
All right, back to lead. Josiah Jerome is still within shooting distance, but Suzuka is a fairly difficult to overtake track. He's gonna have to find a way past, and it might require a mistake from Joaquin Juan Urena. Joaquin Juan Urena, I just gotta say, he's on a roll here. 4 wins and 2 second places in the last 6 races. He has been fantastic. And unfortunately, we haven't seen Josiah Jerome step on the top step of the podium since Laguna Seca, which was some 3, 4, 5 rounds ago?
7 years
10
ago.
races? Through 130R on the wheel cam.
I demand the windshield wiper cam. Yeah, put him in the wall. Oh no.
Contact there.
We here at Commentary Enterprises Incorporated do not endorse putting them in the wall, no matter what we say.
The views of Byron Dirks do not reflect the views of this channel or the company responsible.
Or good strategy.
Or the advertisers.
By the way, if you'd like to become an advertiser, call at your boy. I'll charge an upfront fee.
You too can join the long line of awesome grommets that have endorsed this channel.
I have a long, fine, proud lineage of sponsorships from possum grommets to squirrel paste. Now with 20% less bones and hair. Uncle, let me see if I can even remember them all. I think there's like Uncle Grandpappy's carbonated wood alcohol.
Yep.
Shit, there's another one. I can't remember. There was another weird booze sponsor I did, now available in the tobacco flavored and triple berry dick cake. I remember those 2 things specifically. And I don't remember the rest.
Roman Barthez, something has happened to Andy Darnell that we completely missed, and Leo Gomez Martinez is in the wall. losing spots to Pedro Magalesh and Rene Ermer. Darnell was up in 9th place and is now suddenly down in 12th. I'm not sure what has happened there. Ichazo, Naku, and Nick have all overtaken him. But I don't know what happened, if that was a self-induced error or maybe some extracurriculars.
Supercurricular. I think Josiah's just waiting for the final corner and putting in the wall.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad idea, not the putting in the wall part, but going for it in the last turn. I mean, it would obviously give Juan Urena no time to make a comeback.
Especially if using the wall.
Time is running down, though. Josiah needs to find a way through soon. Otherwise, the championship gap will grow. Once again, it currently sits at 37 points. It would grow to 42 if things stay as they are. And at that point, Josiah would more or less need a miracle.
Like putting him in the wall?
I mean, if Juan Urena were to end up in the wall, that would help. But once again, we do not endorse this kind of behavior.
Don't we?
Nope.
Fair enough. Carry on.
We are a good Christian racing program.
Whoa. Whoa. don't put me with those pedophiles. I will have none of this.
Well, that's more the Catholics.
Oh, fair enough.
So it's more specific sect of Christianity that has historically had that issue.
I don't know, kind of just generally skeptical. Now we're demonetized thoroughly. Banned in Russia, China, North Korea, and Italy.
Josiah Jerome, time winding down here through the Casio Triangle. I don't think he can get it done. There just isn't really a spot to make this overtake happen. As they come to the finish line. Josiah gave it his all, but he could not find a way past. Juan Urena with the win. And the championship is not over, but it is a challenge. Jesus Huerta rounding out the podium. Followed on by Pedro Magalesh and Rene Ermer, I think, with his best result of the season. Everyone else coming across the line. Gomez, Martinez, Tony, Johnson, Ichazo, Simeon, Naku. Your top 10. Followed by Scott
starting
Nick,
on pole.
Barthez, Andy Darnell, Valentin Crusoe, Henrik Ermer, and Ricardo Costa with Tara Borelli as your retirement.
Did you say that Simeon Naku is going to be dancing on the pole?
He'll be spinning around that pole.
Giggity, giggity, Naku.
Good.
So I will update the standings here during the warm-up and try and give you a picture of what the title looks like.
It looks like Gorbachev.
I hope not.
It's one of those connect the dots things. Word on the street is that Martin might need the ultimate in bachelor food.
What is the ultimate bachelor food in your opinion?
It is what I refer to as the abomination. It is not to be taken. You should never take a picture of this. It does not look good. It has very simple ingredients. You got pasta, a meat of your choice, a green vegetable of your choice, ranch dressing of your choice, and hot sauce of your choice. And you concoct it basically the way you think you do. I like to chop up the green vegetable, you put it in a large dish. This is not like I'm going to make a small. No. You make a bunch of this, and you put it in a large bowl, and then you scarf it down, usually after you've been drinking. And then the next morning you eat the rest. And you combine pasta of whatever in with meat and green vegetable, and then you add ranch dressing and hot sauce to taste, and maybe some cracked black pepper if you're fancy, and that's it. And you're not. I stress this heavily right now. Do not take a picture of this and put it up anywhere, because it is not a good look. But damn, does it taste good. It doesn't matter if you put green pepper or celery or whatever green vegetable you want. But it's ugly, and damn, it tastes good. I've tried it with chicken, beef, fucking cut up hot dogs. Doesn't matter. It always tastes good. Oh yeah, like and subscribe, by the way. It's an adventure. And you can feel good because there's a green vegetable. We got a racist official over here. It says on the back of his jacket. I mean, kudos for being bold and upfront about things.
Okay, I have up-to-date standings. So we will give you the full rundown now. This is what happens when I have to do all the manual calculations. So in the teams battle, it's pretty much over. In fact, I think it is over. I don't think there's a mathematical way for Argentina to catch. ESR leads by 99 points over Argentina. 956 to 857. Tugas is on 94. And 12 points for RCA, aka Racing Club America. And in the driver's title is 658 for Juan Urena to 611 for Josiah Jerome. It's not over, but it is damn close. Basically, Juan Urena, to hoist the trophy, needs to finish the race. That's about it. Not much more required. Even a dead last place, if he finishes, would do the job. Now the question is, does he know this? And will he take it easy?
No. Maybe. Martin, are you having difficulties? What's going on? Has Martin gone mobile with a headset and making weird noises?
Could be.
Is this a kinky thing?
Looking for some other battles that are currently going on in the field that we can pay close attention to. Dennis Johnson, Octavio Taraborelli are only 3 points apart. So there is that battle. If Taraborelli makes the grid, looks like he has. I think I see him at the back of the pack there. But that's kind of really about it. So not a lot to play for here. Teams and driver title kind of wrapped up. Kind of pretty close to being a done deal. But we'll see. It is not over until the fat lady sings. Here we go. Simeon Naku starts from the front row with Luciano Ichazo. We have lost somebody, but it is not Taraborelli, interestingly enough. I think it's Andy Darnell we've lost. Indeed it is. We
Yeah.
are off.
Darnold.
Niku takes the lead into turn number 1. Luciano Echazo in second place. One of the ESR cars is sideways and off the track. That is Ariel Zatoni. He will slip to the back of the pack. Dennis Johnson getting kind of rammed there. Not looking terribly favorably on Leo Gomez Martinez on that one. I'm not gonna lie. But we'll see what happens. Johnson hangs on to third for now. Joaquin Juan Llerena, champion-elect. 9th place. That would do the job. Josiah Jerome, where are you? Up to 5th. So Jerome had a great start. Problem for him is he really needs somebody to hit Joaquin Juan Llerena to make his dreams of a championship happen.
Can anybody find me somebody to spin?
One of the Tugas cars having a little bit of an off moment there. Dennis Johnson runs in third. Simeon Niku's pulled out about a second ahead. So he's looking to end the season on a high note, what has been a troubling one. Very off the track there moment from Leo Gomez Martinez, and Josiah Jerome says, "Thank you very much. I will take that 4th place." Ariel Zatoni coming back through the field. He's already taken Henrik Ermer and will be adding Valentin Crusoe to his list of tallies.
Is that the diver guy?
No, that's Kuzo. Is that? No, Kusto. There we go.
Oh, you mean like the detective?
Well, Cluzo's the detective from Pink Panther.
AEW.
Pedro Magalhaes.
It's been a long time since AEW used the tuba.
Leo Gomez Martinez, I got news for you. You don't walk away from a guy like Pedro Magalhaes. So Niku's lead has evaporated down to 0.3 of a second from the 1 second it was up to. So Echazo is coming. Looking at the champion-elect, Joaquin Juan Llerena is up to 7th place.
Giant steps are what you take, Joaquin, on the moon.
Now again, there is the big... Oh! Gets into the back of teammate Jesus
Nice.
Huerta. Spins Huerta.
Right,
And the
baby,
Esports
right.
Argentina crew has come to blows. And I think with the answer to our question earlier on, I wondered aloud if Joaquin Juan Llerena was aware that the title is his if he just finishes in the points. I don't think he knows that, because if he did, I don't think he's going for that kind of a move on a teammate and risking his race and that of a teammate. Josiah Jerome getting into the back. Just a bit of Luciano Echazo as the ESR contingent is chomping at the bit to get past the Esports Argentina admin. Jerome, Magalhaes, and Johnson are all queued up behind him. And Simeon Niku has pulled it out to a 1.3 second lead. Juan Llerena overtaking Leo Gomez Martinez for 6th place. Ariel Zatoni appears to be out of the race, judging by that gap. Yep, he has parked it. That is unfortunate.
I feel as though he should be given a helicopter with which to gun down those responsible.
Those responsible for his demise. Alright, well, Echazo's still hanging in there. Would love to get what I think would be his first podium. up Luciano's numbers here real quick. Indeed, I'm correct. He has not had a podium all season. He would love to he would love, I'm sure, to finish the season off on this kind of high note. And the ESR crew would love to deny him that and take an all ESR podium. And right now, he is all that stands in the way, although I suspect by the end of this race, Joaquin Juan Urena will have something to say about this.
Will it be something in German?
Maybe Italian.
Grande.
Sidrum knows that, well, I don't know if he knows, but we know that his championship hopes rest pretty much entirely on Joaquin Juan Urena falling from where he is and Josiah Jerome charging to a race lead. Second place, not good enough. Third place, definitely not good enough. He sees a gap of 47 points. There's only one way to take this, and that is to win, and for Juan Urena to not score.
And then
we don't know how much he knows about that as Valentin Crusoe overtakes Ricardo Costa for 12th place.
Are you saying that the boy ain't good at math?
I'm saying that it took me a while there, and he had to set up a car for race number 2 and everything. So I fully expect that neither him nor Juan Urena fully appreciate the situation as far as the championship is concerned.
Put them both in the wall, see what happens.
Meantime, Ichazo's still hanging on. Still playing the roadblock to the ESR Rampage. One of the Tugas cars off the track there, that is Ricardo Costa, who continues to have a rough day.
Defense. Defense.
Well, Juan Urena is now up on Dennis Johnson and the ESR platoon. Cars still running here in the season finale of the multi-community America Porsche Carrera Cup.
It's not racing heavy. We should workshop that title before the series is over.
Leo Gomez Martinez taking a scenic route through the Casio Triangle. Josiah has gotten past Luciano Ichazo, but unfortunately oh, Pedro! Oh, that was way too aggressive. Pedro Magalesh overcooks it. And Luciano Ichazo ends up back in second place because he hit his teammate Josiah Jerome as well. Honestly, not sure what Pedro is thinking there. That was really, really late. Chazo does have that effect on people because he defends really, really well. And it makes you start to really get overly aggressive as Joaquin Juan Urena goes a little bit wide off the Dunlop curve there. Chazo back in second place. But the train is forming. In F1, they call it the Jarno Trulli train, where Trulli will qualify really well and then just not have a lot of race pace. This is a reverse grid scenario, so it's not a perfect example of it, but we now have the Luciano train. riding on board with champion-elect Joaquin Juan Reina. As Josiah, for the second time, gets past Ichazo. And in the background, Juan Reina looking to do the same thing to Dennis Johnson into 130R. I would back out if I were him, but I know the championship scenario. I don't know if he does.
I'm going to stick it in deep.
Of course, there is also the thought that not everyone really cares about the championship scenario, so may not give a damn.
For losers, no, wait, that's not exactly the antithesis of that.
Luciano Ichazo giving Josiah Jerome a right in the Casio triangle, but he hangs on for now. Defensive line tries to break the draft. Inside line, give it to Luciano. Side by side. Luciano's got it. And back into second place again for the Argentine driver. Fantastic action here in race number 2 at Suzuka. It's just a shame that the driver and team's championship are so not really in play.
Well, I mean, if a monster truck comes out of nowhere and just blindsides Juan Reina, it'd be an interesting time.
Then it's in play. It's true. And one would hope that the ESR pit box would be telling Niku to pull over and let Josiah Jerome take the victory. But unless Juan Reina has something befall him, it just does not matter what Josiah does. He's going to try his best. Dennis Johnson doing an admirable job as the rear gunner right now. Something's up with Pedro Magalhaes. He doesn't seem to have any pace after that earlier off. He may have completely destroyed the tires, and he loses 11th place to Jesus Huerta.
The Peruvian mountain powder himself.
Do you think Jesus Huerta knows how to do a Peruvian necktie?
Probably. I mean, I don't, because I can never figure that shit out. It's the over the rabbit and under the hole or through the tree. I don't know.
You gotta go talk to Tony Souza or CB Dalloway.
I don't want to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's very weird that the most Peruvian neckties in UFC history is CB Dalloway. That is a very weird stat.
He doesn't even have an upper lip.
He really doesn't. Apparently that helps. That helps the whole process.
Aerodynamic, saves on weight. I don't know.
Josiah Jerome still trying to get past Ichazo. He's done it twice, and has lost out on the defense both times. Joaquin Juan Reina still being held up by Dennis Johnson, who is doing the big teammate thing. Only problem is, it doesn't really matter. If Juan Reina finishes 5th, he is the champion.
All right, D-Johns. D-Johns, it's time for you to do something horrible. It's time for you to become the D-Johns from Upcountry.
It's time to activate option Upcountry.
Allegedly.
It's time to activate Boots and the Ginger. Allegedly.
Oh.
Down the inside goes Juan Reina. Simeon Niku, by the way, losing the lead.
No.
He made a huge mistake. Overbraked himself horrendously into the hairpin. And just like that, Luciano Ichazo is leading the race.
And Johnson's dropping. Oh
Well,
no,
he just lost out
let
to
him
Juan
go.
Reina. That's not a...
Oh, this is not good.
Well, it doesn't really matter because, I mean, Josiah needs to win and have Juan Reina out. Like, they're short of an intentional ram, and in no way am I suggesting an intentional ram, gentlemen. I don't want to see that. There's not really a path for Josiah to take the title.
All I'm saying is there's an overpass and there's an opportunity for some outside-the-box thinking.
Josiah does get past Simeon Niku on the lead up to the Casio Triangle, and Juan Reina is looking to get through as well.
I would like to state for the record that none of the racers can hear us commentate. I don't think they... Well, hey, maybe somebody's got some stuff active I'm not aware of.
They could be getting delayed commentary, I suppose.
Could be.
Juan Urena up into third place, disposing of Simeon Naku.
We are not coaching from the sidelines.
Yeah,
That's all I'm trying to say.
Team orders probably indicates that Naku should let Johnson through to try to take a crack at Juan Urena, but we'll see. And
Martin, you seem to have some
Jerome,
heavy breathing and stress. What's going on there? Do you call it amber lamps?
do we need to dial 9-1 and then wait a little bit?
I'm surprised about that, to be honest.
Sir, too much butter on the butter sandwich? You having a little heavy breathing, little weird up the left arm?
The butter sandwich is meant to have like bread. Just making sure that you
No.
have butter.
Use different butter as the bread. Unsalted in the middle.
Well, I mean, I'd use garlic butter in the middle.
Ooh,
Yeah, that is odd.
some whipped garlic butter.
Around the outside goes Juan Urena, but I think that was more just avoidance, to be honest. Luciano Ichazo still in the lead, mixing it up with the big boys. What a finale it would be for him to pick up this victory. Looks like we have lost Magalesh as well as Crusoe from the race.
No, he's been lost beneath the waves.
Well, they're shown as a lap down, and we have not seen them in the blue flag zone.
Are you telling me that somebody has enacted the Crusoe control?
Yes. So ESR down 2 cars here as they look to secure the team's championship. And 2 very good ones, Magalesh and Zatoni, who have been the 2 of their big points getters all season long. 3rd and 4th in the Drivers' Championship.
Driver's seat. Whoa!
Pedro Magalesh would like to let us know he is not feeling well in the chat.
That's understandable. I would feel very poorly if I didn't have enough cocaine to make it through.
I mean, let's not talk about your drug addiction.
Addiction. Enthusiasm, sir. Enthusiasm.
Your drug enthusiasms. Careful, you become ESR's
may not
version
have
of
been
Bubbles.
overtaken by the dengue fever.
You become ESR's version of Bubbles if you're not careful.
Something's driving. I have not seen a single episode of Trailer Park Boys.
I meant Bubbles from The Wire.
Oh. Well, I mean, either way. I'm just gonna slump over in my own shopping cart.
You'll be a man of wisdom of the street.
I think you've heard the story. The guy who played Bubbles on The Wire. Somebody came up to him. He was like in character, in costume. They were filming, and somebody came up to him and like handed him money, going, "Hey man, you need to like clean yourself up."
He was very, very good at that role.
He called that his ghetto Oscar.
Indeed. I mean, yeah.
Like that's credibility right there.
That is credibility for playing a homeless guy right there. Joaquin Juan Urena is still would still love, I imagine, to cap off this whole season with a win. As Dennis Johnson takes a peek down the inside, or no, pardon me, that's Naku. And nothing is going there. Johnson's still back at is the 3rd ESR car in this line. And Leo Gomez Martinez is also in the mix here. Roman Barthez, Rene Ermer, Scott Nick, Octavio Taraborelli. They're all actually not that far away. I mean, the gap from 1st to 10th is, let's see here, 1, 2, 5, 8, 10, 11, only about 12 seconds. So, I mean, really anyone is in play here with 11 laps to go. Joaquin Juan Urena looking around the outside once again. We do have confirmation of DNS for Crusoe and Magalesh. Joaquin Juan Llarena still looking for a way through.
Fire the photon torpedoes.
At some point, we should get the battle for 12th place between Henrik Irmer and Ricardo. Oh, contact! I say Henrik Irmer and Ricardo Costa doing battle over 12th place. Two guys who have not had a lot to cheer about this season, but they are delivering here in the season finale. And Josiah wants that spot. He's going off track into 200R and slides very wide. And unfortunately, I think this is just going to let Juan Llarena through. And it's an ESR Argentina 1-2 ahead of the ESR crew. Question is, what does the Argentina crew know about the championship? Do they know that Juan Llarena is basically guaranteed the championship right now? And does he go on the attack against Ichazo? Saw him earlier kind of harpoon teammate Jesus Huerta, so he is not above some extracurricular festivities.
All I know is it's time to break out the Vuvuzela.
For it is championship time! Ricardo Costa exploring the sand trap there, unfortunately. Josiah Jerome underneath Joaquin Juan Llarena. And again, if there was a real-time championship update for the drivers, I think the last place Juan Llarena would want to be is directly in front of an ESR car, frankly. Not that they would intentionally take him out, but they are very incentivized to go on the attack here. If they want to help, if Josiah wants to help himself out, or if anybody else wants to help Josiah out. Scott Nick has fallen back to 10th place, so he's having a little bit of a rough time. Losing out to Tara Borelli.
Alright, boys, it's down to the last 10 laps in racing history. Time to fire all the fucking guns.
Oh, Juan Llarena thought about it there into 130R, which I think would have been a little bit crazy. But he might have it in the Casio Triangle. Side by side, race lead at stake. Juan Llarena squeezes him out. Chazo retains the lead. On board with Josiah Jerome. Third place, championship hopeful. But those hopes are fading by the second. Down the inside. Gets the job done. Second place. And now back to his familiar position that he spent most of the race doing, staring at the back end of Luciano Ichazo.
Put him in the wall.
Oh, Ichazo hits
my God! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Juan Llarena looks like the car is fine though. We'll continue on.
Talk a bunch of shit about putting him in the wall, but I mean, I don't really mean it.
And suddenly it's an all ESR podium as the two Esports Argentina cars collect each other.
I'm not sure what happened there. But
looked like there might have been a bit of a push on Ichazo by Josiah Jerome, and the car broke loose, unfortunately.
Did somebody shit talk somebody else's soccer team? Is that what's going on here?
Zidane showed up. Bam!
Headbutt right in the teeth.
And now we got Luciano and Ichazo and Roman Barthez together on the track. That could be interesting. We have seen Barthez be a spirited driver, and we know Ichazo is an absolute iron curtain of defense. Looks like he may have let Juan Urena pass, or Juan Urena just really overcooked it in his spoon there, I think. Is actually the answer. Very late on the brakes. And the latest addition to the DNF pile, Jesus Huerta. Finally got a podium this season, Jesus, and finishes it off in the pit lane, unfortunately.
Life in the pit lane.
12 cars still running. Dennis Johnson overtaking Simeon Naku for second place. At the rate Johnson is running, he will overtake JJG for 11th place in the standings, as George Julian Gonzalez, absent today, has been absent actually for a while. And Simeon Naku would jump fairly high in the standings, overtaking the likes of Serge Hendricks and Octavio Taraborelli, along with JJG.
Your boy Sergey Hendrick X.
Nah, it's not Sergey, it's just Serge.
It depends on what language you speak.
No, it's like Surge, like a power surge is his name.
So, yeah, what if we put like a little squiggle over the E?
I
guess.
Max Power.
He is from
Excellent.
Holland. He is. Leo Gomez Martinez looking to break up the ESR podium there in 4th place. Can he get the job done? Yes, this race took a sudden turn there, Gerardo, with it was looking like a very strong race for eSports Argentina until their two lead cars of Ichazo and Juan Urena came together. Roman Barthez, by the way, has fallen back to 10th place, so something happened there. And I'm pleased to announce that Henrik Irmer and Ricardo Costa are back at it, just 0.2 of a second apart. Saw Costa off the track a little bit ago, and he is not giving up. Although he might be off the track as I'm saying this now, as I'm looking for the gap growing. Oh no, it's back. Leo Gomez Martinez on the tail of Simeon Naku and Dennis Johnson. Josiah Jerome disappearing into the distance, now 3 seconds ahead. He's done everything he can do. But unfortunately, Juan Urena is in 5th place, and that will be enough for him to host the championship. And we will be walking on sunshine with the champion.
Cha-cha. Unless, of course, you know, somebody does a weird breaking.
I think he's fairly safe right now. He's got his rear gunner Luciano Ichazo in place, and the car ahead of him actually is Leo Gomez Martinez, who is also a teammate. So
I heard he was talking shit about your soccer team.
I mean, I doubt it.
He might be.
We're currently being cut off on our commentary display here by the producer.
I'm fine with it.
So if anything cool happens, you'll know before we do.
Oh my god, you can't post that. That's gross. Why have you done this to us?
It's terrible.
I'm traumatized for life.
Traumatized absolutely for life right now.
I think, was that a 14th nipple? I don't understand.
That was the 16th.
Dang.
That was some total recall shit right there.
For those of anybody else not privy to the situation, we're watching Martin go through files and stuff. It's a wild ride.
He did. He's prepping up the post-race shill. Didn't do it beforehand because he's a loon. Well, the ESR podium is broken up. Leo Gomez Martinez got past Simeon Naku.
Apparently, Gerardo prayed for the destruction of Juan Urena, and we appreciate that.
We appreciate your prayers and thoughts. I'm sure Josiah does. But I'm afraid that this mountain was probably just a little bit too tall, a little bit too long, a little bit too steep. A little bit too.
The incident count
too
is not
obtuse.
valid.
What's up with
Because
the
Josiah
incident?
would be at 44. So I think it's not right.
Well, what? It's 44 out of 50, right?
Yeah, but at 40 he's supposed to get some penalty if you exceed.
Yeah, but he's pulling away. I don't think it's a problem. He's out there.
Luciano's at 40.
He's out there. Well, yeah, and then you know, you got him out there in front at 3.6 seconds ahead. And it also, again, I hate to say this, it doesn't really matter, because if Josiah picks up a time penalty, let's say, and Dennis Johnson wins, it's pretty much the same thing, because after all that effort by Josiah, the fact that the other Double J, Joaquin Juan Urena, is running in 5th place means, again, the title is his.
This should be interesting. Scott Nick and Roman.
Yeah, Roman is caught up to Scott. Well, we say that, and then he rubs the wall.
Oh, boy.
It was interesting for like a turn. The real only intrigue right now is, can ESR get back to the dominance of the podium? And that's on Simeon Naku to make it work. It would be a weird thing if ESR did get the triple podium here in a race where they lost their number 2 driver, Pedro Magalhaes, and their number 3 driver, Ariel Zatoni, to retirements. No Guido de Palma here, no Richard DeRoche. I don't mean any disrespect to Dennis Johnson, Simeon Naku, Scott Nick. Fine drivers all, absolutely, but it is kind of a B team lineup.
Wow.
I mean, that would make it even more impressive if the B team brought home a triple podium.
You're saying that Scott Nick should definitely be putting people in the wall?
I don't think that would actually help.
What? Totally help.
It's in the wrong part of the track. Speaking of which, I was watching the 10 worst spin-off factions video that was put out today, including the NWOB team. So there's the inspiration. Juan Urena looking to celebrate his championship on the podium. He's got 5 laps to deal with Simeon Naku and Leo Gomez Martinez, who I imagine might be a little bit compliant to the matter.
Oh my god, Luciano Chazo puts him in the wall. What the hell?
Luciano's actually shaping up to have a good battle with Rene Ermer over 6th place at some point here. Ermer's closed that gap down to 0.8 of a second. Naku in the factory Porsche livery, looking to get back on that podium and displace Leo Gomez Martinez. We'd also like to avoid being hunted down by the champion-elect, Joaquin Juan Urena. Oh no, Naku very off the track at Degner.
I think there was a contact.
I didn't see a contact, but you could be right.
Appreciate where his glasses.
Yeah, it seemed like it was. He completely lost control there.
You can do that at Degner though. It's a tight turn. If you hit a little bit too much curb, that'll upset the car. But that will drop Naku to 5th place. Still a very respectable result he's looking at right now. Needs to get up to speed though before Luciano Echazo hunts him down, because that could get ugly. Echazo with Rene Ermer on his tail. And Joaquin Juanarena now just has teammate Leo Gomez Martinez in his way to celebrate the championship on the podium.
See, Gerardo, that's what I've been saying. Just, I mean, you got to make sure all your systems are in check, right?
Check for any airlines and the air bubbles and what.
Safety
And
first.
Juan Urena, without too much hassle, gets past Leo Gomez Martinez and into 3rd place. I wonder if Leo will be a little bit angry that Joaquin's taking a podium for him to pick up a championship that he already has in the bag. Would that be Leo's first podium of the season? It would not be. He's had 2 so far, so do not cry for Leo Gomez Martinez, Argentina. Some lap traffic there of, I suspect, Ricardo Costa.
Yeah, there was some yellow flag action going on.
Laps to go. Time running low. Not really much at stake right now. Two to go. Come on, Dennis. Hang on to that 2nd place at least. Let's slow down for Octavio Terbarelli. I feel like he's had a lot of those, but perhaps our admin can supply the incident numbers.
One more and he gets deleted for the entire game.
Only 17.
Oh.
Josiah's gotta keep it tight here. Because if he gets another tick, he gets booted off the server.
Yep.
Automatically.
Ain't nothing we can do about that. We can protest the rules, but the rules are the rules.
Yep.
No! Dennis Johnson goes off. And Juan Urena to 2nd place.
I feel like the D-Johns from Oak Country probably took a bribe on that one.
It's gone from an ESR, all ESR podium to only one man still standing. And it's flirting with disaster, Josiah Jerome, with the incident count.
Did you say flirting with disaster?
I did.
I've been traveling down the road and I'm flirting with your sister. Good old Bolly Hatchet.
Well, things have turned in the favor of Esports Argentina here in the final moments of this race. Dennis Johnson, Simeon Naku, both having off-track moments. In the same turn, I think. It was the Degners in both cases, wasn't it? And now suddenly Joaquin Juanurena and Leo Gomez Martinez are both on the podium.
He's cutting the lead. I don't know if Josiah went a little bit off there.
I think Josiah's probably taking it very easy and avoiding track cuts.
Yeah, last lap was, oh my god, 2:09. That's like 2 seconds slower
okay,
than
that is a mistake then.
Watkins.
Yeah, he's still got a 4-second lead though. I wouldn't worry about it too much. The threat on Josiah right now is the DQ, the possibility of a black flag if he picks up 6 more incident points. But Johnson now 4th, Naku 5th. ESR will probably still easily pick up the team's championship. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of intrigue going on coming into the race. They led 9:56 to 8:57. And the maximum score for a race for a team is...
There's a yellow flag.
Is 101. So, yeah, it was pretty much... team's championship was pretty much over. Driver's championship was pretty much over. So, we've gotten a good, fun race out of it still, despite the lack of hardware consequences. Despite the fact that the trophy cabinets were ready to receive their prizes coming into this race. Scott Nick trying to catch up to Octavio Taraborelli. And that is a lapped car ahead of them. Checking the gap. That is not Rene Ermer. Probably Ricardo Costa or Henrik Ermer. Despite all the DNFs, we still actually only have one Tugas car in the team scoring points. That is the 7th place car of Rene Ermer. Tugas does need to look at maybe getting active in the driver market to see if they can bring in some people. They've had some good performances. Tobias TH comes to mind. Sergei Yakubchuk, of course. But never really managed to field a consistent lineup that could deliver. Josiah Jerome is your winner on track, pending any kind of penalty. And your champion will be Joaquin Juanurena. Get out the bubbly, Argentina, because the driver's title is coming home to the blue and white.
Dun, dun, dun.
So follow Scott Nick over the line in 9th place.
97th place.
Roman Barthez, 10th place. And then it will be Costa and Ermer bringing it home. I will do the final calculations.
Five. There, I did it ahead of time. It can all be distilled into the number 5. Bagley, you're wasting time with all of your nerd stuff.
I'm not
guess.
wasting my time.
Just guess, it'll be hilarious.
I mean, I know who won the championship. I just want to get everyone in their final.
Scott Nick, we know.
I've never seen this screen on the back. This is really weird. Oh yeah.
Does it have the boobies? Bagley, you don't have all the calculations done ahead of time? Come on. What are we doing here?
I mean, obviously not.
Come
the race
on.
just finished.
What?
Race just finished.
I thought you'd have all the permutations and calculations and spreadsheeted, and you've had months to do this.
I do have a spreadsheet, but
There's months and months of this. Come on.
no.
You could have had. You could just select page 3217B and.
I'm being bullied.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take over for a little bit while Mike finishes this, our next series will be the 2021 Multi-Class Trophy, and it will be with Tugas Racing and Esport Racing Argentina, because we really enjoyed the partnership with them. So we'll be doing a Saturday series this time around. It will be bi-weekly. And so far, what we've got is going to be about 10 drivers per community. And there will be penalty for no-shows. We're not messing around this time. We need to make sure we have a full grid. We have 9 rounds on schedule. And all of this will be starting on July 17. This is at 4 p.m. Eastern Daytime. And round 1 is Portimao on the 17th. On the 31st is Watkins Glen. And then we are all the way up to August 14 at Euro Speedway Losses. August 28th, Slovakia Ring. That should be fun. And then I don't know why, but apparently Chazo is a little bit of a crazy person. On September 11, he opted to go race at Nordschleife. And then we're gonna go to Spa after that on the 25th of September. Round 7, we are all
Sir,
the way.
That is not round 7, sir.
Round 6.
That is real cheese people round. That's how that is.
Yeah, buddy.
Real cheese
Guns
people.
and cheese, baby.
Guns and cheese.
Round 8 is going to be Daytona. That's on the 23rd of October.
Someone needs to make a trophy that is literally a block of cheese and like 2, like, you know,
Supported by like a tripod of guns.
Exactly. That's the trophy we need.
Gerardo wants to know what cars. I'm
That's
gonna,
right, I was about to
bully
get that.
people relentlessly until it's only Koenigsegg's.
The final round is at Imola, and that's on November 6th. The cars are going to be GTE. So the GT Endurance car, which unfortunately only has the Porsche on that GTE class, but
Boring.
they're a fantastic car.
Koenigsegg.
And then the other class is going to be the ADAC 2020. So only these, I believe it's 5 cars from that. So Arturo, hopefully you can join as a bi-weekly series. Should be fun. Go ahead, Mike, you got the floor.
All right, so in the championship, Joaquin Juan Urena is your driver's championship, scoring 698 points. He had a pretty dominant season, picking up 1, 5, 7, 8 wins over the course of the series. Josiah Jerome was a 5-time winner and finishes in second place on 651. Then it is Pedro Magalhães on 468. He took 5 wins as well. Ariel Zatoni on 394, the singular win that he had. And then Guido De Palma in 5th place. In the team's championship, ESR is your winners on 1,005 points to 903 for Esports Argentina. And Tugas on 100 with RCA on 12. So, you know, pretty big spread in the team's championship, unfortunately.
Gerardo wants the vet for GTE, and I support that.
Well, there is the ADAC vet, so you can run
Oh,
the
both
you
of
can
'em.
run the ADAC vet. So you got
Both
that.
of them. Both of them are GTE.
I actually am saving up my next gaming purchase to purchase the ADAC 2020s, but my budget for gaming is tapped out for the month, so I will have to wait.
You're just gonna have to spend a lot less on heroin.
I mean, less than 0? I don't know. I also plan to pick up Bruno, which is the most recently released track, as well as Watkins Glen. So I have some options there. I was very much pondering joining the Group 2 Championship for the last round of the season, because it's Norris Ring,
fun.
and I love Norris Ring, but I don't own the car.
Oh.
And like I said, it's not a lot of money. Don't get me wrong; it's like $5, but
I think
at
it's
the same
$3.
time, According to my store here, it is $4.84.
What? How many VRP is that?
It is 399 VRP.
Oh wow. Okay. So that's for the entire class, or just a single
Skip
car?
like one cup of
that's
coffee.
for
You'll
just
be,
one
you'll be
cup.
good.
Yep.
Yeah,
sir.
that is expensive.
I maintain myself to a strict budget, and the gaming budget, unfortunately, is tapped out with the purchase of a new gaming headset. So, much like Mech Warrior 5, any Raceroom purchases are on the back burner right now.
Stop wasting money on full headsets. Headphones are fine.
But I like my wireless headset. Also, wireless headphones,
Gross.
wireless headset, there's not much of a price difference, actually.
Isn't there? That's weird.
Not really,
Oh.
no.
They're really good. Good price, and they're very comfortable.
Also, I got a pretty good deal on this headset, so I cannot complain.
Oh, there you go.
It was like $70 off.
Nice.
So
Ooh,
I
very
am
nice.
not going to hate on that. And yeah, there wasn't a wireless headphone option that was like appreciably cheaper. I think the gap was like $10, which, I mean, that's not worth it.
And with the culmination of all that weird nerd shit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been a wild ride. Enjoy yourself. Be sure to tune in for more, or I'll find you.
Oh, I did
And
want
the results will be not. I'm trying to do a conclusion here.
Hang on. One last.
Oh my
thing.
God! What the fuck?
So the ADAC GT 2020 series has the Audi R8 LMS GT3 Evo, the BMW M6 GT3, the Bentley Continental GT3 Evo, which I didn't even realize until now was an Evo. Go figure. The Callaway Corvette C7 GT3R, the Mercedes AMG GT3, the Mercedes AMG GT3 Evo, which has a very bitching looking livery, which I'm going to send you a picture of, Byron. I think you'll like it. And the Porsche 911 GT3R 2019 round off the field.
And with the culmination of all that nerd shit, get the fuck out of my house.
All right, thanks everyone. We're ending the stream now. Thank you for joining. Thank you for participating. That was a fun series.